I spun 2 words: quiet, shocking. From Lewis Hamilton, they said everything. In the dying moments of sprint qualifying at Spa, Hamilton lost the rear of his Ferrari, spinning out and crashing to position 18 in a stunning early exit. "First time, I think, in my career," he added, barely above a whisper. But it wasn't just the spin, it was the frustration boiling beneath the surface. Soon, other voices joined the chorus. Sauber rookie Bortoleto fumed. "What the fuck is Hamilton doing?" Even Charles Leclerc, Hamilton's own teammate, barked over the radio. "Ah, come on, this is dangerous." Leclerc would go on to qualify 4th, but he wasn't happy either. "We need more grip," he said bluntly. "The gap is huge. 2 world-class drivers, 1 broken car." This is how Ferrari's weekend at Spa spiraled into chaos. And it all starts with a spin heard around the world. Hamilton's outburst wasn't an isolated incident. Across the garage, Charles Leclerc was equally bristling at the SF25's limitations. In Friday's practice and qualifying, he fought the car hard, but still saw the fine line to the front slip away. Leclerc took 4th place in SQ3, a solid result on paper, but he sounded a far cry from satisfied. In debriefs, he struck a frustrated tone, emphasizing Ferrari's missing grip. "The car feels pretty good, which is good. It's a mixed feeling," he told TV crews. "On one hand, we've made a good step forward with the upgrades. On the other, Ferrari was still a 7/10 off pole pace, a huge amount of time to make up. We just need to add grip to this car," Leclerc continued. "I don't think we do anything particularly wrong, but we just need more grip that we don't seem to have for now." Leclerc's post-session radio and interviews crackled with impatience. He lamented that despite every new part, the gap is huge to the McLarens ahead. He even noted that while Ferrari's upgrades had delivered a better feel, the McLaren MCL39 seemed even faster than usual around Spa. "It's a bit disappointing," he admitted. Every lap was a torment of traffic and setup compromises on Spa's long straights and high-speed turns. In one especially biting line, Leclerc confessed, "It's still a big amount of time lost to the leader," and declared, "a lot of work to be done if Ferrari was to bring the fight to rivals." His team radio may have gone unbroadcast, but on air his answers left no doubt. This was a weekend of frustration for both Ferrari drivers. Underlying these outbursts was a raft of technical problems. Ferrari had come to Spa with a highly anticipated rear suspension upgrade designed to fix chronic ride height woes and unlock performance. The team lifted the SF25 in hopes of avoiding the skid plate issues that led to disqualifications earlier in the year. But Spa's sprint weekend allowed only 1 practice, so both drivers had effectively just a filming day to shake down the new parts. Hamilton admitted as much. After the filming day, he griped, "We didn't test, it was a photo shoot day." 14 parade laps that proved the same as before, the same as the week before. In other words, the promised 0.1 seconds upgrade was a dud. Hamilton was openly surprised by the team's slow development pace, noting that rivals like Red Bull and Mercedes bring incremental tweaks every weekend, while Ferrari waited weeks between big updates. On track, the new suspension did little to calm the wildcard SF25. In first practice, Hamilton complained that his car felt riding low and kicking up plenty of sparks, a symptom of a floor scrape and unsettled rear end. Brakes and tires were spending more time scratching on the tarmac than gripping it. Vasseur later revealed the only confirmed issue. On Hamilton's second lap, he simply locked the rear and lost control, and in sprint qualifying, you pay the price. In short, the car bit back. Even Ferrari's own engineers got terse. After Hamilton's spin, Vasseur flatly stated, "The data matches our expectations on the upgrades so far," but admitted the limited mileage was a handicap. Worse, both cars would start far back on the grid, making any setup runs or tire checks in the sprint almost impossible. Nobody was able to try any long runs, Vasseur noted, meaning the team would have to learn in Sunday's race. The very launch of the upgrade became a double-edged sword. Spa was supposed to be a turning point, but instead, it amplified every flaw in the SF25. Inside Ferrari's garage, tempers flared. Hamilton's week had already been tense. He'd held emergency crunch meetings with team boss Fred Vasseur and senior management in the days before Spa. Now, after the sprint fiasco, emotions ran high. Hamilton's spare answers gave way to visible agitation. He glowered in the media pen, barely hiding the anger in his voice. "I'm massively frustrated. A lot of work's gone in, and to be there is not really great," he fumed. His interview tone was laced with doubt and exhaustion. One journalist noted Hamilton seemed downtrodden and beating himself up, though analysts warned he was at least partially blameless. Leclerc, though quieter in public, was seething privately. After sprint qualifying, he took the wheel of his Ferrari into the TV pen and could hardly hide his irritation. He repeatedly stressed that "we just need more grip," suggesting frustration with Ferrari's strategy and setup decisions. Even as he congratulated the team on the upgrade working as we wanted, he couldn't shake the sentiment that Ferrari isn't giving us enough of what the car needed to fight up front. In pit lane, he was overheard grumbling about traffic and timing issues, a long lap pit release, a competitor on the warm-up lap that had compromised a flying attempt, details that would normally warrant blame, but now only added to the restless tension. All the while, outside voices piled on. Sky Sports pundits and F1 insiders pointed out that Hamilton's Ferrari was not very analog these days, making a driver lockup quite hard to cause without a mechanical nudge. Martin Brundle even suggested it looks like a technical issue locked the rear axle under braking. Whether or not the driver's tempers flared on the radio, it was clear both men felt hamstrung by a car that wouldn't cooperate. The story of Spa 2025 would not be of triumph, but of a team on edge, its drivers battling against limits and expectations. In the words of Hamilton himself, "There's not really a lot to say." A terse verdict for what had been a brutal wake-up call. Both he and Leclerc were left overwhelmed, staring at a weekend gone wrong, their frustrations laid bare for the world to hear. In the pressure cooker of the Ardennes, Ferrari's fight for performance had turned into a drama of internal conflict, one with no quick fix, but with consequences certain to echo into the next Grand Prix.